So I watched this video a little while back. It's beautiful, absolutely beautiful, and it said the most beautiful Linux operating system. Um, I don't know exactly what the title was. If I find it again, I'll link it in. But I don't think attacking somebody's video is a great idea. So I'm not gonna point it out specifically. But this video was talking about Feren operating system, how beautiful and fantastic it was, and the features that it was just awesome. So I thought, I gotta look at this Feren operating system. All right, and before we get into this review, if this is the kind of material you like, please give me a like and subscribe, and give me a comment down there. Let me know what you think of my review, so you get to review my review. Okay, this is Feren operating system. Okay, and so third-party codecs, desktop mode. This is a popular feature. It happens in a lot of distributions, and it's set up by the KDE Plasma desktop, tablet mode, or the default mode. Using desktop applications menus, they don't change. The desktop window management, that's set up also through the KDE Plasma desktop. And so we got all these different things here using desktop, other things. Go to the store to get more applications. You can change your theme, default light and dark. And here you can pair your Feren operating system machine with your Android device the same way you would any Linux operating system running a KDE Plasma desktop. And reduce eye strain at night. Configure night colors. And that's it. That's it. There's nothing new under the Linux sun again. System settings. So the system settings, they look eerily familiar to any other distribution that's running Plasma X11 desktop. Like, here we go. You can move around the same way on the Plasma desktop on anything, whether it be Linux Mint or MX Linux, or what other ones have I tried? Akashi. Like, they're all on this Plasma desktop, and they all work the same. So things are not really any different as far as I can see, right? Let's say I want to have a look and see what this thing is all about. There's a system info here somewhere. Info center. And the info center just simply tells us what we're running, a KDE Plasma version 5.27.10. Okay, on the X11, and kernel 6.8. That's an older kernel, right? I mean, the Linux kernel I'm running is old, and it's a 6.14. So this one's older than that. I'm going to go back to this video that I was watching, and they were talking about all of these features that he credited to Feren, when they're just standard features in any desktop KDE. And so I thought, well, I'm sure this guy knows better. I'm sure. I mean, maybe I was watching a promotional video by Feren. Maybe Feren is taking credit for what KDE has done. Who knows? But it just gave me this kind of, the feeling when someone's telling a story and you're thinking, this is just crap. He's not telling you, this is not right. And you just let him tell the story. You be polite. Yeah, I was, I watched the whole thing. I was being polite. Gave the guy my watch. Gave him the view, and it was awesome. So I'm not gonna. I don't want to be the guy that does a hit piece on another video or another whatever. But I just thought that this was wrong, and so I wanted to look at Feren myself. So here I am looking at Feren, and so now I'm going to go into my ritual of looking at the software repository to see what they have to offer. So let's find the software manager. You can call it whatever you want. It's a software manager. It could be called the apps ad manager, package manager. Uh, um, it's called discover in some instances, and here it's called system store. There it is. See it? Store. Right there, the store. So let's click on the store. And it's populating, and there it is. It looks to me like the software manager in Cinnamon Desktop, doesn't it? I mean, I'm probably talking about Linux Mint 18, 19? Around there? Yeah, around there. So perhaps it's unfair for me to judge the operating system by its software versions, but this could be a good indicator of just how robust the operating system is. High-performing operating systems generally keep their apps up to date. With that in mind, we're going to look at some of these apps. Okay, slide you over here. Here we go. I'm going to look at some that I am very familiar with, and these become the benchmark of what I do first. I'm just going to kind of like browse. I can hit all applications down here, and everything's right here. And I could just, wow, it's not as responsive as I would want it to be. See, there's GIMP. GIMP. I use GIMP. I use it every day. Not that I'm a master or anything, but I do. I use it every day. The latest version is 3.0 something else. I think I don't even have the newest version anymore, but my version is 3.0 something. And so I'm going to click on this one. Here it comes up. And this one installing is going to be 2.10.30. This is very, very old. And so we're going to install it. So let's install it here. It's going to install all these things with it, which is fine. Let it be. Go ahead. Type in the verification password, and I'm just going to let it install. Normally, like GIMP installs in like, no, it's not that much. 107 megabytes. That should take, I don't know, the computer I'm running like 15 seconds. It's the installation, so we're gonna let it go. Well, that's working, and it's gonna be a while. I'm gonna turn my attention over here to a browser. Now, I'm not using the browser Vivaldi that's on Feren because I absolutely can't stand it. I can't stand Vivaldi. It just feels like a Windows Explorer type antiquated old internet browser. I don't like the look of it. Don't like the feel of it. Don't like the vibration that's coming through the keyboard and into my body when I'm using Vivaldi. So I'm going to go back to my Brave browser here, and we're going to get on GIMP's website. So there's GIMP. We're going 3.08. I'm not running that. I'm running 3.0. I don't know what it was before. Anyhow, so it's here. So you could download here the most recent one. So if you go to download this here, and it's going to say the current stable release version 3.08, which is new. Oh, it's like recent. It's like 5 days old. Wow. Show downloads for Linux. Yeah, Microsoft. Show downloads for Linux right here. You can do the app image, which is an ISO, the BitTorrent, and the ARM 64. So you have to know what machine you're running, and that's it. It doesn't want to say what your system requirements are here because slow is slow. if your system isn't built for this. I would really like to know this. So let's go to Google. We'll ask Google. I don't ask Google. I simply go like this. Yep. 3.0 system requirements. A processor 1 gigahertz or faster, 2 gigabytes of RAM, and so that kind of stuff. So Feren has lots of potential to run the full version of GIMP 3.0. So I don't understand why it doesn't. I'm trying to launch this. There it is, and it's coming up. GIMP 2.0. That's pretty good. It's pretty good. Awesome. So that's it. Anyway, but GIMP's here. At least it's here. So that's okay. That's all right. So GIMP's here. So I'm not saying that Feren doesn't work. Of course it's going to work. Don't be such an idiot. Of course it's going to work. And the last thing I looked at, and this is something that I wasn't into before, was I want to get on their forums. So on the welcome screen here, we can have a look at the forum, so that if you ever need to go and get some help with your Feren operating system, this is where you can go. Click on community here, and you will find that the community forum is on the Unix and Linux Stack Exchange. If you've never been on the Stack Exchange, this is where everything Unix and Linux is. Good luck helping, good luck finding help on any single individual distribution, let alone the problem that you have with this. So this is a no-go. You're not going to get there. So the other thing is here, Discord. I don't participate in Discord. I'm not a club guy, so I don't. So the issue I have with this is that for me, I'm going to join the community. See here, join the community Discord, the Feren community Discord. So now I have to, I'm not joining the Feren community Discord here. I'm joining Discord. So once I'm on Discord, I'm on the entire platform. I'm not a club guy. I don't want to be in this club. I want access to a forum where I can just go in, ask a question, get an answer, or if I see something that I said, oh, I solved that problem, here's my answer, and contribute, right? So I don't want to have to join Discord just to join the community. So I wouldn't be doing this. I'd be out. I'm out of that. Yeah, no. So, but if you are so inclined, you can do this. You can join Discord, join the Feren community. You can find the Feren community live and well on Twitter. And like this is one of the red flags that come up. It's that it's Twitter. It's been X for years. When did that alien Elon Musk buy Twitter? It was years ago. So why haven't they changed this? This just shows me that how you do anything is how you do everything. So if you don't take care here, like there, if you don't take care there, how am I supposed to assume that you take care anywhere else? And so it just gets you prepared for red flags, right? So that's it for the old community. The community. So my summary of Feren is not good. I mean, I won't use it. I wouldn't use it. Never use it. I probably never, ever would use it. Certainly wouldn't leave Linux Mint for it, or any other Linux distribution for it. So far, I think I've looked at or reviewed 7 or 8 different Linux distributions to this date, and this one is the worst. And I really didn't like Fedora. So we'll see what's what. Yeah, crazy. Anyhow, the only try it out. I mean, if you're curious about this and you want to have a look at it, you want to check out the hype, download it. Sure, it's free. Install it. Yeah, okay. Take a look at it. If you're already accustomed to the KDE Plasma desktop, you won't see a difference with anything else. You won't. And how it performs. It just performs lackluster as far as I'm concerned. The only appeal is the Plasma desktop, and you can get that in, hundreds of other Linux distributions that are much better operating systems. So that's it. The best use for this is a 20-year-old computer that will meet its minimum requirements of a dual-core 1.5 gigahertz processor and 2 gigabytes of RAM. That's old. It's very old. Anyway, that's all I'm going to say about Feren. I don't like to say things are terrible, but this one is I'm really stunned, honestly, that people think this is a beautiful operating system. It's not. It absolutely isn't. Sorry to let you down, but anyhow, if you hung out this long, thanks for sticking it out, and make me a comment. I imagine I'm going to get hate, because the one thing I found in the Linux community over the years is a massive loyalty to the operating systems that you have adopted, and so let me have it, Feren fans. I'm ready for you. Talk to you soon.